We go. Hello, welcome to me. Um, we are going to start in the beginning. The King James version of the Holy Bible. I have never read this before, but um, I want to. And if I do joke around, please don't take that to mean that I'm like, oh, that's just piss. We're just gonna piss. I'll die. Strike me down if I mean it that way. We're going to start with the Old Testament, it looks like. I never read this before. Mind. I've been to church a bunch of times, never really actually read it. So we're going to start in the beginning. And by that I mean, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So basically, like, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth, right? Made heaven, it's going to be all baller and shit, and then made earth, like a ball of clay, you know? And it didn't have form in the beginning. And it was like, bro, I don't know what to make this. What do we shape it as? It was void and darkness. And it was upon the face of the deep, which means it was just pretty fucking emo and whatnot. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. So, like, he pretty much saw his reflection in it. And so the first day, God said, let there be light. And there was light. Bro, he flipped that switch. He turned the lights on. Like, bro, y'all camping in the living room? Like, what are you doing? And God saw the light, and it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. He was like, was bright, and this was not so Gucci. It's darkness. It's evil. It's bad. It's just establish it right then and there. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first. Hold on. God saw the light, that it was good, and God divided the light from the darkness. We're established there. We've got that. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. What the fuck does that mean? I'm literally reading the Bible right now. I'm not making this up. And the evening and the morning were the first day. I mean, I guess take from that ambiguously what you take from that. And the second day, God said, let there be firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Bruh, come on. Look, if I was trying to make a farce out of this whole thing, it'd be pretty easy at this point. Because, like, God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters. What the fuck does that mean to half of y'all? Tell me what a firmament means. And don't look it up. Don't Google it. You don't get to Google it. Tell me what firmament. Tell me what a firmament in the midst of the waters means to you. And let it divide the waters from the waters. Hold on. Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let them divide the waters from the waters. Yeah. So, let your pastor tell you what that means. God made the firmament, which I don't know. I'm still unclear on what a firmament truly is. And God made the firmament and divided the waters again, which were under the firmament, from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. So basically, God said, let there be a firmament, and in the midst of the waters, let it divide the waters from the waters. And I made that firmament, and I divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was just so. You with me? you still, you still there, bro? Look, I'm not trying to put anything down, but so far, what the fuck is that? Like, you tell me what the fuck that means, and I will relay that message, because I don't know what the fuck any of that was gobbledygook. Like, in my corner, it's like, I'm not fighting against you, but like, what the fuck does that? God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. And God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament and the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. What the fuck does that mean? Someone tell me what's going on, because I'm not sure anymore. And God called the firmament heaven. And on the evening and the morning were the second day. And God called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. So the evening and the morning were the actual second day. I think we went through this before. Hold on. And God called the... Hold on. No, this is the creation. Genesis 1, 4 and 5. And God saw the light, and that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. And now we're back down to here after all the waters and such. And God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. So I guess that's like saying, like, hey, when the sun comes up, that's daytime, and when night comes around, that's nighttime. That's cool. But like, what the fuck does the rest of it mean? Why are we talking about this? All right, let's go. The third day. Y'all ready? I hope you're with me. And God said, "Let the waters under." Oh, here we go with fucking water again. And God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear. And it was so. So he popped those motherfucking, what is it? Pantheria? Pangora? What is it fucking called? Pangea. That's what it is. Pangea. Kids. For those of you who don't know. All the continents. There used to be one continent. And I guess that's... God said, bro, let's fucking boom. Let's get Pangea together. And God called the dry land earth. And the gathering together of the waters he called the seas. And God saw that it was good. So he's like, we got this green ass grass, like land placed over here, and we got lots of ocean. And it's all right. We're all right with that. And God said, let the earth bring forth grass, and herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. And it was so. So God was like, let there be some fruit trees and shit, and that's after my kind. That's after, I guess, where I come from. That's what I used to do. We used to plant... We came from, like... We used to plant mad fruits, dude. And so, like, it was so. And he was like, well, I'll put that on the earth, And, whose seed is in itself upon the earth. He basically just, like, fertilized all of it. And the earth brought forth grass and yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind. And God saw that it was good. So So did God see that it was good because it's all after his kind? Or was it like just Gucci? Like, was it good because it was there and it was like, yum, yum, yum. We got fruit yielding trees now and like crops. I don't understand that one. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Here we fucking go. All right. Ugh. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. There's an easier way to frame this. You just be like, day one, morning. You know? Like, wide angle, the creation. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. You know? And then the earth was without form and void, and the darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. It's always about the waters. I don't understand. The fourth day, nonetheless, fourth day. Here we go. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament. There we go, firmament of the waters. Where's the waters at? No, it doesn't say waters, but we're going to get to that. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for... No. Yes. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years. So I guess, like, that's a fancy way of saying, like, we're just, like, let the lights of heaven, like, give you seasons and snowy owls and fucking, like, warm summers and stuff, you know? You could have, like, whatever, I digress. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. So if you're following me, none of this makes sense. I don't, like, what are we doing? I get what you're saying, like, God made the earth. It was without form, and then God made light, and God was like, let's have seasons and stuff. For the average person, they're going to lean towards whatever their pastor fucking says that means. Versus actually, like, how many of us have actually sat down and read the entire Bible? Like, I'll open it up at the first book of Moses called Genesis, right? In the King James Version. And how many of us have actually really sat down and just started fucking going at it, you know? I'm reading it word for word, by the way. And I'm not making fun of it. It's just like, what the fuck does that even mean sometimes? Hold on, let's go. I digress. The fourth day. And God said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days and years. So we got time, basically. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and it was so. What does that mean? Yeah, and so God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. By the way, he made the stars, just in case, like what a... All right, for the creation of the entire star systems that we see up in the sky, discount everything else you ever heard. What the fuck is that? How are you going to throw that just in there? That's like a humble brag. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. And then God set into the firmament of another firmament in heaven and light and waters and firmament waters and light. No, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. He made the stars also. And to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness, the darkness, And God saw that it was good. So he's like, I made it seasons. And then, like, with this firmament, I made two great lights, the light, the daytime, the nighttime. He made the stars also. And then he just, like, was like, hey, I saw the evening and the morning were good on the fourth day. I'm gonna roll over the night and divide the light from the dark. And he saw that it was like, yo, bro, we got nighttime, we got daytime, we got seasons. We're Gucci. We're fine with that. He made the stars also. And God said, this is the fifth day, by the way. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly and moving creature that have life. Oh, hold on. Hold on now. And God said, let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth as open firmament of heaven. Fly above earth in the open firmament of heaven. Hold on. Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life. So that's a fancy way of saying, like, let there be fish. And the fowl that may fly above earth in the open firmament of heaven. I guess that's a fancy way of saying, like, let there be fucking fish and ducks and shit. And God created great whales and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly, again, with the waters, obviously. And he created the stars, too. After their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind, and God saw that it was good. So he just made ducks and whales and dolphins and shit. And he was like, yeah, this looks good. We got this winter and summer some places, and like we're good there. And like there's night and daytime now, and then like now we got whales and ducks. And like fuck you want from me? Like we're good, right? And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let the fowl multiply in the earth. And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. So, evening and morning first day, God. Evening and morning of, like, the second day, it was nighttime and daytime, and there was, like, some firmament. And then on the third day, it was like a lot of waters and dry land and stuff. And like the fourth day, God said there's lights and the firmament, and like let there be ducks and shit. And then we made some whales. And then the sixth day, God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of earth after his kind, and it was so. So if you're right there with me, what does that mean? Hold on, let's read it again, because I swear I'm not tripping. Hold on, we're going to get through. I'm not even through the first page of the Bible, by the way. I'm on 19 minutes. Okay, hold on. The sixth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. So the earth is man. Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. So like a little smaller earth, I would assume. Cattle. No, we're wrong. Like a small cow-shaped earth or something. And creeping thing and beast of the earth after his kind, and it was so. What does that mean, dog? Let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, cattle and creeping thing, and beast of earth after his kind, and it was so. Bro, that sounds like somebody that doesn't really fully speak English, just like hitting you up your DMs. That's just how I'm feeling about it. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and God saw that it was good. So, who knows, right? God said, God said, let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. So we're talking about God's kind, right? And we were talking about that earlier with God's kind. of something like lighter, darker, I don't know, waters or a firmament. Ain't no God's kind, right? So let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind, after God's kind. He's talking about the whales and the duckies and shit. And let the earth bring forth the living creature after his kind. Cattle, the creeping thing, which is, I guess, just reverse cattle. I don't know. The beast of the earth after his kind. So, like, he made trimmers, I guess, and they're all part of God. God made the beast of the earth after his kind. You know, all the wendigos, all the cryptids and shit. That's him too. And cattle after their kind. I don't know if they mean that as in like actual cows. Because whose kind is that? It says their kind. Is that talking about us? Like people? What does their kind mean? What does that mean? I don't like that. So God created man. Oh, no. I'm not done yet. And God made the beasts of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, which I guess is just God just making a bunch of shit. And God saw that it was good. So he's like, I'm just making every creepy crawly, everything that don't make sense. We got the waters, the firmament. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all cool. The creation of man. God said, let us make... Wait. Yeah. After the sixth day. And God said, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. And let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the fowl of the air. So we basically got like the firmament is ours. We can take the duckies out of the sky and the fish out the water, and we saw that it was good. And over the cattle, the creepeth over earth. We got the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So it's ours now. So we're good there. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. I know what you're thinking. The fuck does that? Alright. Let's start it. Let's start from the beginning. So God created, this is Genesis book 1, I guess 27 and so on. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and have the fowl in the air, and over every living thing that moveth and creepeth upon the earth. It doesn't say creepeth, but I'm going to say creepeth, because they were going for that. So God created man in his own image. I don't know why they have to say it out like that. Basically, here's what happened. The creation. God created heaven and earth. The first day, God said, let there be light. The second day, God said something about a firmament and there was waters involved. The third day, God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place. And he basically was like, here's some fucking land and stuff. And then God said, let the lights of the firmament have heaven divide the day from the night. And he made it like life cycles and seasons and stuff. And whales. Let's not forget the whales and the fowl, the ducks and stuff. And on the sixth day, he was like, hey, man, there's cattle now. And there's lots of creepy things creeping around, creeping on earth. Creeping. And then he created man, and he was like, there's still some creepy shit that creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, you know? There's lots of things upon the earth, by the way. And he blessed them, and he said to them, be fruitful and multiply. Like, Okay. God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. That's gobbledygook. Don't say it like that. Maybe, I don't know if it's just a bad translation of the King James Version, but what does that mean? Who, I would like to hear like the wiliest, fucking smartest, most down with it pastor explain what that sentence means in words like people talk. Because that don't mean nothing. Hold on to look, and I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not making fun of anything, but this is the actual way it's printed. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Male and female created he them. Hello, I'm English, not my first. Like, what are we doing? Don't do that. So God created man in his own image, blah, blah. Alright. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, to the earth. Wait, hold on. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. Take that for what it doesn't mean. I don't know. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he. I can't stop reading that same shit. Okay. And God blessed them. And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. Like, go have babies and stuff and replenish the earth and subdue it. Like, take it over. We did that for sure. And have dominion over the fish of the sea. We did that. And over the fowl of the air. We got the ducks. We got them. Nintendo helped a good bit. And over every living thing that moveth upon the earth and creepeth. And God said, behold, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which upon the face of all the earth, and every tree in thee which fruit in thee which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed to you it shall be for meat. Okay, hold on. We're gonna process this because this is we gotta be fancy. It's like Shakespeare. We gotta be fancy about this. And God said, behold, behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed. We're gonna make some. We're gonna make some. We're gonna grow some basil. You know, which is upon the face of all of the earth. Like I've given you everything. I've given you everything that you can use to harvest, and every tree in thee which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. Which means like I've given you everything that you can grow that can grow something else, that can grow something else, that can grow something else. Like we're good. Like I've revved up that engine. Like I'm like God's basically the starter, you know? And the earth is like the alternator. That's why it's turning probably, you know? Like boom 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 like we're just going to keep the battery going on our own. You know? And that's kind of cool. We got he didn't say anything about us having the whales, but he did say all the fish of the seas. And he did say every living creature that moveth and creepeth. So, and all the ducks, the fowl of the sky, which makes I don't think chickens. I think ducks, right? Geese, ducks, like. So we can have the ducks, we can have the geese, and we can have the whales, and we can have the fish, and we got all that. We pretty much did all that, you know. And every beast of the earth, and every fowl of the air, and everything that creepeth upon the earth. There's that creep. It's coming back. Creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life. I have given every green herb for meat, and it was so. So, like, we get to have it. Like, as people, what I'm getting from this is like, that's ours. That's ours now. The whales, we get them. Ducks, geese, chickens, that's ours. Every little thing that creeps, we can stomp spiders, like that's ours now too. We could just like everything that creeps or crawls, or lives or breathes, or loves, or laughs, or is, just us, right? That's all us. And we can't. That's meat. Every green thing, everything that creeps. That's dope. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, and it was very good. Come in. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. Right? Like, why not? Hold on. Minnie, shut up. Shut up. Shut up, Minnie. If no one knocked, then that's weird. I swear to God, I can play it back. Might have been the cat. Could have been the cat. I don't know. That's weird, though. That's a weird time to feel like someone's knocking on the door. If we're caught up, God made heaven and earth. God said that there was light. God made like a firmament in the waters. And then he said, let the waters do some firmament, waters, firmament, dry land stuff. And then there was earth. And then he said, let there be lights and firmament and waters. And like, let there be seasons and days and stuff. And like whales. And chickens and ducks flying around and geese and stuff. And he was blessed with it. Be fruitful and multiply. Basically, shag it on and like, let's get it done. And then he brought forth like the cattle and every creepy thing. So like, breed these guys, but like squash these motherfuckers right now. And then basically on day 6, he was like, hey, it's all yours. Everything is y'all's for humans. Like, it's all for you. You get to have it. Like, you get to have every duck that flies through the air, every fucking cattle that creeps around. Apparently, I don't know what kind of creepy cattle they're talking about. Maybe we're on a different page, but it was very good. And that was the evening and morning of the 6th day. Now, the 7th day, thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. There's an easier way to say that, I think. Maybe like, therefore we finished the heavens and earth. End quotation. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. Bro, this sounds like a 6-year-old, bro. What are you... Hold on. Come on. You gotta understand what I'm saying. Some people are going to get mad. Whatever. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. Now I have a puppy. Like, what? Who wrote... I'm just saying. I'm gonna go through the whole thing. I'm not even through the first page of the whole thing, dude. This is crazy. I got 2 of these fucking clips. Alright. To close it out, the 7th day, we're gonna just go... We're gonna try to just jog on through there. And it's not really clear to me, the waters and firmament thing, and the herb bearing seeds that's like bearing trees. I get that. I get that kind of part. It's like, I'm giving you like the seeds to plant so that you can plant seeds that grow trees that grow seeds that grow trees that grow seeds, like sustainability and stuff. But when we get to all this 7th day shit, like, it just falls apart to me. Like, thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day, God ended his work which he had made. He made his work, right? And he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. So he did that, and then did that. He did that, did that. He did it, did it. He He rested on the work that he had made, and then made the work that he had made, and then he rested upon that work which he had made. It's just redundant. I don't know. Maybe just use one of them. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made. So if we're following this, God was like, day 7, bro, I worked, I made that. So I'm gonna rest. I made that too. So I worked and rested, which both of which I made, you know? And then on that same day, I made it to where I rested because it's sanctified to rest on this day, which I made, and rest, which I made. And then I created all of this, which I made, which is Gucci for me. It's like a dude on a hammock. What are we doing? These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created. And in that day, the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. Genesis. Genesis, page 1. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. And people are going to hate me. I don't know. I'm just reading it. I've never actually sat down and read the Bible. I have a Bible. I have a King James version. And I'm just reading it, man. And, like, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of this shit's super redundant. And, like, you could say it easier. Maybe make, like a millennial Bible. Or, like, a Bible for kids who can't read good and want to learn to do other things good, too. Maybe.